Okay, stay with me, Rifki Saripdayat. This time I will explain about the logical structure of input and output, scheduling input and output in computer organization, and the purpose of scheduling input and output. Let's get straight to the first part. I will explain about the logical structure of input and output in the image. First, I will explain about incoming data. Data from an input device, for example, you type on a keyboard will be sent through the I/O port to the data bus. Second, I will explain about data to memory. Data to memory, the data bus will carry the data to memory. Data will be stored in the memory location specified by the address bus. Three, I will explain about the instruction fetching. Instruction fetching, the processor will fetch instruction from memory containing instruction one what to do with the data. The fourth, I will explain about data processing. Data processing is the processor will carry out this instruction. The arithmetic and logic section will carry out calculation or logical operation according to instruction. The fifth, I will explain about the result storage. Result storage is the processing result will be saved back to memory. And the sixth and finally, I will explain about the data out. Data out is if the result need to be displayed or sent to another device. Then the data will be sent via the data bus to the I/O port and then to the output device. For example, a monitor. And next, I will explain about structure logical input and output. Input and output. The first, input. You type word on the keyboard. This word become input for the computer. And the second, I will explain about the processing. Processing. The computer convert the character you type into binary code and store them in memory. The CPU then process the data. For example, to check spelling or formatting. And the third, storage. Storage is document that have been typed will be saved on the hard disk for later use. And the fourth, output. Output is your print document and so that the result of the data processing process can be in physical form. And next, I will explain about structure logical input and output. The first, input. Input is data entered into a computer via an input device. And the second, storage in memory. Storage in memory. The data entered will be temporarily stored in main memory. And the third, I will explain about the instruction fetching. The CPU fetched instruction from main memory and interpret them. And the fourth, I will explain about data processing. Data processing is the ALU in the CPU will carry out operation ordered by instructions such as calculation or data manipulation. And the fifth, result storage. Result storage is processing result can be saved back to main memory or to secondary memory. And sixth, I will explain about output. Output in the final result in displayed via an output device. And next, I will explain about structure logical input and output. First, I will explain about data. Data input is data is entered into the computer via an input device or keyboard or mouse. This data will be temporarily stored in RAM. And second, I will explain about instruction fetching. Instruction fetching is the CPU fetches instruction from RAM and interpret them. This instruction be command to perform calculation of data or display data. And the third, I will explain about data processing. Data processing is the CPU will process data according to the instruction given. The processing result will be stored back in RAM. And the fourth, data output. Data output is if the processing result need to be displayed or stored permanently. The CPU will send the data to an output device or, for example, monitor or printer. Via the I/O card, data that need to be stored permanently will be transferred to the hard disk. And next, I will explain about input and output scheduling in computer organization architecture. Input and output, or IO scheduling, is the process of organizing and managing IO operation to ensure that input and output device can function efficiently and without conflict in a computer system. In computer organization architecture, IO scheduling is important for optimizing system performance, reducing waiting times, and ensuring that data can be transferred between device and the CPU smoothly. And next, I will explain about IO scheduling goal. IO scheduling goal. The first, optimizing system performance. Optimizing system performance by the orchestrating IO operation. The system can handle multiple IO requests more efficiently, reducing device wait times. Second, reduce conflict and connection. IO scheduling help prevent conflict that can occur when multiple devices try to access the CPU or memory simultaneously. And the third, minimizing idle time. Scheduling ensures that input or output device and the CPU are not left idle when there is work to be done.